Hello, my name is Shannon Guilfoy, and this is for class 13, reflection, or video 3. I am implementing my lesson plan from lesson number 7, where I do Little Red Riding Hood. So it's going to be a little awkward since, there's not going to be any answers. So, sorry about that. Okay. Alright, guys. We're going to sit down. We're going to read Little Red Riding Hood. Now, I have a question to ask you guys. Do you think that it's safe to talk to strangers? I don't know. I think Mommy and Daddy would say it's not safe. Okay, well, I tell you what. We are going to use these cool little props to tell a story today. They're saying from Rumpelstiltskin, don't. And then afterwards, what we can do is we can go to the Dramatic Play Center and we can act out the story if you guys want to, or we can draw a picture. It can be about the story, or it could just be about whatever you want it to be about. It doesn't really have to be about the story. Okay, are you guys ready? Alright, so once upon a time, there was this little girl called Red Riding Hood, and all the townspeople loved her. She was called Red Riding Hood because she had a cape or a hood that was red. Well, one day, her mom comes to her, and she says, Little Red, I need you to take this basket of goodies down to Grandma's house. Your grandma's not feeling well. This will make her feel better. But along the way, I do not want you talking to any strangers. Please stay on the path, be careful, and be safe. Okay, Mom. And off she went. Tra-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la-la. Well, along the way, Little Red happens upon... I think I actually do have... Yes. Little Red happens upon... Sorry, Athena. A wolf. That was my cat. I'm sorry. And the wolf comes up to her and says, Hi, little girl. Where are you going today? And Little Red, not remembering what her mom said because the fresh air got to her, I guess. She said, I was going to make it anyway. She said, I'm going to my grandmother's house. Lois said, Oh, that's interesting. Where is your grandmother's house? Is it near here or is it far? And Little Red says, Bob, it's pretty close. Maybe about half a mile. Something like that. And the wolf said, Oh, okay. What do you have in that basket? Oh, this is for my grandmother. She's not feeling well and she needs these goodies to get better for her health, I guess. And the wolf said, You know what will really make her feel better? Some of those beautiful wild flowers over that way, clear off the path in that direction. Take your time picking them, put them in there, it's fine. And Red goes, Oh, well that seems like a nice thing for the basket, nice suggestion. I think I'll do that, thanks. So she goes off the path, and the wolf goes, She says, about half a mile from here, I'm going to go to Grandma's house. So she goes to Grandma, he goes to Grandma's house and knocks on the door. And Grandma goes, Red, is that you? I'm too frail, just let yourself in. Because she had I don't know why you would keep the door unlocked. But apparently, I guess it was back in those days where it was safe enough. Only had wolves to worry about. Anyway, so the wolf, I'm getting off track here, sorry. The wolf comes in and he says, My, Grandma, you do look frail. And she's like, Oh, Red dear, is that you? Come closer, let Grandma see. So he comes closer and she goes, My dear, what big eyes you have. Oh, the better to see with, Grandma. It's kind of dark in here. Turn on a candle. And she goes, "My, Red, what a big ears you have." And he's like, "Well, Grandma, it's better to hear you with, because you're old, you're talking low." He's not a very respectful wolf. He needed manners. And Grandma said, "My, Red, what big teeth you have." He goes, "Well, that's better to eat you with. But I really don't like aged meat." Because, again, he's a mean wolf. So he takes Grandma, and since he has no manners, he stuffs her in the closet. This is going to be the closet. And not only does he stuff her in the closet, but Grandma had an extra nightgown laying on the chair. And the wolf grabs it, puts it on, gets in the bed. Meanwhile, Red is picking flowers. La la la. Well, she thinks she has enough. It's getting kind of dark out. Okay. She's like, "Well, I better be on the sun says, it's time to move it. So I better be on my way to Grandma's house." So hops, skips down the road to Grandma's house. She knocks on the door. Knock, knock, knock. Now the wolf, already in Grandma's nightgown, laying in bed, goes, "Oh, Red dear, is that you?" And she replies, "Yes, Grandma, it's me." And that heater's really hot on my back, sorry. And she goes, "Yes, Grandma, that's me." And he goes, "Oh, just come in. I'm too frail to open the door." So she opens the door, because again, why lock it? She closes the door behind her, because she wasn't born in a barn. And she goes on in. And she goes up to the bed, and she goes, "My, Grandma, what," or, well, actually, before she goes up to the bed, she goes, "Oh, Grandma, I brought you a basket of goodies." And Grandma goes, "What's that, dear? I can't see you or hear you. Come closer to the bed." Okay, now she goes up to the bed. And she says, "My, Grandma, what big eyes you have." And the wolf responds, "The better to see you with, my dear." And she goes, "My, Grandma, what big ears you have." She goes, "Oh, getting old age, just better to hear you with, just keep your hand around there." And she goes, "My, Grandma, what big teeth you have." And at that point, the wolf goes, "I didn't eat the first one, I'm kind of hungry, So he goes, "The better to eat you with, my dear," and he lunges for her. Now Red screams, and I'm not going to scream. Red screams and draws the attention of the woodcutter, the lumberjack. I called him the carpenter last time, but he's definitely a lumberjack. And the lumberjack, who's just out in the middle of the woods at dusk for some reason, comes in after he knocks down the door, and he sees Red screaming. That's the best scream you're gonna get right now. And he sees the wolf getting ready to lunge at Red. Well, thinking fast, he grabs the wolf around the middle and throws him out the window. Blah. Okay, sorry again, Athena. He throws him out the window. Oh, okay. And Red goes, "Oh, thank you. You saved me. You saved me. But where's Grandma? Where's Grandma?" Lumberjack's like, "I don't know. I just got here." He's like, "Well, let's look for her." So they're searching the house, looking far and wide. And again, I apologize if the dogs bark. And they hear a knock on the closet. It was me. It was me. They go over to the closet, open it up, because down here was the closet, and out pops Grandma. Closet was really stuffy. She goes, "What happened to the wolf?" And Red explains the whole thing. She thanks the lumberjack and then offers to pay him. He says, "No, ma'am, I can't accept that." Offers to give him bread. He's like, "Sure, I'm about a little hungry." He's out there cutting down trees. And he goes on his way. And Grandma tells Red. She asks her, and I'm just going to add this. I know this isn't in the story. She asks her, "Did you talk to a stranger on your way here?" And Red goes, "Well, yeah, I talked to a wolf." She said, "Why did you talk to the wolf?" "Well, he seemed like a nice guy." Just because they seem nice doesn't mean they are. And they can hurt you. They tried to hurt Grandma, I mean, they shoved her in the closet. Still, they tried to hurt Grandma. Do not talk to strangers. If you have a problem with a stranger, go tell an adult. You should have ran to the nearest village or to my house and not made eye contact. I don't know. Just don't talk to strangers. Red apologizes to Grandma and tells her she won't be. The next day, Grandma walks Red back to the village to her mom safely. After Red gets her stuff put away, Grandma sits down and has a talk with Mom. She tells Mom what had happened the previous day, and she asks her, please next time, walk with her and make sure we don't talk to strangers, because there's safety in numbers, and as long as you have Mom or Dad with you, and you don't talk to a stranger, you're fine. Even if you're by yourself, which I don't recommend, don't talk to strangers. Looks can be deceiving. Alright, that was a good story. Now we're going to split up. Who wants to do the Dramatic Play Center? Raise their hands. Okay, you guys can go to the Dramatic Center. Anybody else? You guys want to color, or do you just want to play for a little bit? Alright, that sounds like a good idea. Thank you.